it's Gucci, so and today Fendi, so it's hot.
Hi, I'm Nikki Jensen.
And I'm Brie Piccone.
And we're Late to the Party, a podcast about film, fashion, and pop culture from two best friends mentally still in 2001.
Yep.
Which we're always, I'm mentally in 2001.
Right, same. It's like always 2001. 2001, 2002, you know, give it or take a year.
Those were the good old days.
Mm-hmm.
Just think about it. You come home from school, you watch TRL, you slap on some, like, Claire's blue eyeshadow, and, like, slack on some lip gloss.
Some, like, chunky headphones that are, like, the audio quality is only so-so, but they look, like, silvery or metallic, and you feel cool.
Like, you look straight up like Mandy Moore in the Candy music video.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I want those AirPod Maxes so bad. They're so expensive, but I only want them to look like Mandy Moore.
Are they the Bluetooth ones? Or, like, what are...
Yeah. Like,
and their whole, like...
They're just so Y2K.
That's amazing.
Well, today we are talking about the 2001... Not hit, but a hit in my mind.
It's
a classic in my book.
Yeah.
Josie and the Pussycats, starring Rachel Lee Cook, Tara Reid, and Rosario Dawson.
All-star cast.
Truly. To me, it might as well be like Marion Cotillard, George Clooney, and I don't know,
Stanley
Ray
Tucci.
Fiennes. Oh, Stanley Tucci. Stanley Tucci will be in any movie, though.
Right.
We just saw that, like, I Want to Dance with Somebody.
Oh, yeah.
With the Whitney Houston biopic.
Mm-hmm.
Stanley Tucci was in it.
I love Stanley Tucci.
That was such a pleasant surprise.
Tucci gang for life.
For life. No, like, truly, I love Stanley Tucci.
Same.
And if he was in Josie and the Pussycats, but you know who's early 2000s Stanley Tucci?
Alan Cumming.
Yes.
Basically, Floop. Anybody? Hello.
Is a madman, help us, save us.
Yeah. Subliminal messaging. Oh my god.
Well, he plays essentially Floop. Like,
Right?
Wyatt's Floop.
But you know, he kind of looks like Willy Wonka. Like the Johnny Depp Willy Wonka.
Oh no.
I don't know. That's what it made me think of, because there's this weird music that plays whenever he's doing villain things. I don't know if you noticed.
It's always like, do, 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 do.
It really is. And I love it. I love everything about it.
And he always looks in the camera and, like,
Yeah, he's like,
he, like, breaks the third wall so much.
I love that. Any movie that breaks the third wall is, like, okay by me.
I really love it. I like this movie, Josie and the Pussycats, is the reason why I wanted to do Late to the Party.
Yeah, just to talk about this one film.
Like, truly. And now that we're here, I feel like it's like I'm out of body.
Yeah, the moment is here.
It really is the moment. Like, I feel like watching Josie and the Pussycats and, like, reading just, like, all the Refinery 29 articles and just everything. Like, the Vogue article that was, like, Josie and the Pussycats defines Y2K fashion. And just everyone talking about how this movie is, they came around to it. And it's so loved and respected now. Makes me feel so vindicated.
Yeah.
It's only taken, like, 21 years, but we're here, baby.
I think it was ahead of its time. It was too soon. There was too much going on, and everyone was still being brainwashed that they couldn't admit it, I think, or see it.
I think so. It's really hard to take a step back, like, take a time machine to 2001, because, and, like, in retrospect, I don't think about this a lot, but we were still in, like, NSYNC boy band mania.
Definitely.
Like, the year before, Britney Spears had Oops. No Strings Attached was, like, it sold, like, a bajillion records. Backstreet Boys had an album out. You know, we were still in the bubblegum pop era.
Yep.
We were still in the TRL era. So we just couldn't see the forest through the trees, I think.
I think so, yeah. No, this movie is great. I love the satire. I don't know, it's like fun. And I mean, I want to say it's a little campy. I mean, I know you can't call everything camp, but it's just like there's little things in this movie that I'm like, oh, that's so over the top, and I love it. Like, it's great.
I love it too. It's not like Showgirls camp,
Not quite.
but it's like somewhere.
Was there a Showgirls reference in this? Like with Parker Posey's character? what was her name?
Fiona.
Yeah, she does something. She's like,
When Fiona's like, let's gossip. And she does like the hands in front of her face.
yeah, I don't know. Is that a reference?
I mean, I don't know. It could be.
I like to think it is. I don't know.
I think like knowing this movie, yeah, I would say so.
I hope so.
Yeah. But I do love that just like Parker Posey's in the movie in general.
Same.
Because she's such like an indie queen.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just love her in a mainstream movie. This was my introduction to Parker Posey.
I heard she had like a hard time in this movie, like being okay with being in a mainstream movie and be like, am I selling out in a way?
Just like in the movie, how they have a hard time selling out?
Yeah.
Wow, so meta.
But I guess Alan Cumming and like their chemistry or something helped her on set, like because he was having a good time. I don't know. It's so meta. It's funny to think about.
You can tell that the cast is having such a good time, and it's not because they have the cool bloopers at the end.
Right.
Like, you can just tell throughout every performance.
Yeah, I think every character there, like I'm trying to remember who plays like Alexandra, but she's having a good time. She's like the villain in some other movies too.
Missy
like
Pyle.
Girl. Yeah, Missy Pyle. Yep.
I don't know. It's so just like fun that all these characters, like all the actors, get to play these characters that are what they're typically typecast as. But it seems like the directors just were like, go hard.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I love how Rachel Lee Cook is such a weird girl in this.
Yeah.
Like, not like in She's All That weird kind of way. Like, take off the glasses and I'm not weird. Like, she's like awkward in this, and it's cool.
She's pretty awkward. I mean, it's relatable though. It's like, I don't know. Aren't we all a bit awkward? I don't know. I thought she was more relatable than what I remembered. Because, you think, oh, that's the front woman. I don't know. But I guess she's not. I mean, they kind of just made her the main. I don't know. And we can get into it later. But
yeah, that's true. Okay. So yeah, like in 2001, when Josie and the Pussycats came out, it was a flop.
That's a shame. And that's what was in my mind. It was like a hit.
Me too.
I don't remember. I remember being excited for this movie and like, seeing the trailer and stuff and being like, oh, Josie and the Pussycats. But like, and I remember seeing the movie and being like, oh, this is a great movie. And even now looking at it, I'm like, this is a great movie. Like, how did it flop?
I have my theories, but I don't know. To me, this movie's been a hit for the past 21 years.
Yeah.
Like, this was a hit to me. Like, at the Oscars in 2002, mentally, Josie and the Pussycats took Best Picture. Tara Reid got Best Supporting Actress.
Best Soundtrack.
This soundtrack slaps so hard.
Yeah.
Am I crazy?
No, it does. The three small words. Yeah.
Pretend to be nice. Bop.
It's a bop.
You're a star. Bop. Spin around. Bop. Du jour, backdoor lover.
I was gonna say du jour.
Mega bop.
Mega bop. Yeah, we open up with that song and it's like,
oh my God.
I'm already sold. I'm like, yes.
That song is just as good as any NSYNC song. Fight me on it.
Agreed.
Also, when I watched this, producer Ben over there, I literally was like, yeah, the song's called Backdoor Lover. And I said it like 5 times until he got with like,
yeah, it took me a little while.
Like to get the joke.
I was not listening to the lyrical content of Du jour.
Gotcha. Just because you were brainwashed, and you were just like,
you're like, backdoor lover.
Like, I was like, man, I need a Diet Coke.
oh,
with working. One of the guys' faces on it.
Yeah, that's right.
He's like, why do I want to? Yeah, like, he's like, why do I want to go to Target and wash my clothes with Bounce?
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
This movie is so good in the way, though, that it's so satirical.
Mm-hmm.
However, this movie made me yearn for the days. Remember when like TG, like Bedhead?
Yeah.
Like all the sponsorship from like the Bedhead and what is the makeup?
Revlon? No.
What is it called? It's like all throughout the makeover montage scene.
Mm-hmm.
It's like an offshoot of like the Bedhead, but it just made me... No, they did get their hair done at John Frieda though.
Got to be
close. You're like, it's so close. Oh, I can see the font. It's that 90s, like, Riot Girl font. I know this is not good content, but it's like, I'm like trying to like search for it in my like noggin.
I mean, I have a list of some of the brands that were there. There's like at least 35 different brands that they used. But I don't know if it's on there.
They do have a lot of product placement for Steve Madden.
Mm-hmm. They do.
Which is my shoe brand of choice.
Nikki, is that where you got your shoe inspo? I feel like this movie, like certain things for me, I think it inspired certain things. Like just low key.
Like what?
Subliminally. Like maybe my ramen noodle obsession.
They do eat ramen.
They do eat ramen. My obsession with orange.
Orange is the new pink.
Yeah. I know some people don't agree that it is, but I think maybe it is.
Low-key, I agree.
Yeah?
Is orange the new pink?
I don't know, but it's like, I've always wondered why I love the color orange. And it was a big color for us growing up, like lime green, orange. Pink was still, of course. It always is. It's a classic. And then purple.
I do remember in 2001, like that tangerine orange being such a vibe.
Yeah. It still is.
It still is. I really think the tangerine orange is about to have a renaissance.
I hope so.
Yes?
I was going to say, those Steve Madden platform flip-flops that they make those in a orange just like that.
Oh, I know. if someone wants to give them to me. I mean,
you got a birthday coming up, I suppose.
In a whole year.
Yeah, we all always have a birthday coming up.
Christmas is coming up next year.
So,
I mean,
don't hold your breath.
I'd rather have other things.
Like what?
Oh, I know.
Anyways. Did I wink?
Almost. It was implied.
You just blinked.
Damn it. You'll get there one day.
Oh yeah, I can't blink.
You mean wink?
Wink.
You can blink, thankfully, so your eyes don't dry out.
Wait. Okay, I can't wink, but I can blink. Okay. I'm really bad. What were we talking about? Tangerine orange?
Yeah, things like subliminal messages. I don't know.
Defined us.
Yeah, like what in this movie did it inspire anything? Like I feel like the fashion definitely, like like certain outfits, like zebra stripes, or not maybe zebra, but leopard. I don't know.
Everything. Brie, this movie was my world as a child, and to find out it still holds up, it's just like music to my heart.
It's like a relief, actually. Like there's not a single scene that I can think of that I'm like, oh, cringe, or like, ooh, this is like uncomfortable, or like this is like not as funny as I remember. Because even like Legally Blonde had a couple moments where I was like, I don't remember this, you know, or like, I mean, it still holds up. Don't get me wrong.
I mean, in my Oscars for 2001, Legally Blonde is nominated for Best Picture.
Definitely. But Josie wins.
Josie wins. But Josie in the Pussycats defined me as a person so much. Just from head to toe, from top to bottom.
Did you have cat ears?
Yes.
Like, didn't they sell the cat ears, like Josie and the Pussycat, like purple ones or something? Like, I vaguely remember having purple cat ears.
They had headphones, I believe.
Did they actually have? Wait, they had headphones?
I don't know. I do remember having something. Josie and the Pussycats. This movie. This is why I think the movie didn't do well.
Okay.
Because it was marketed to us as 7-year-olds.
Mm-hmm.
And not marketed to people that would understand satire.
Yeah.
So it's like this weird, like it wasn't going to be critically at the time. Like it just didn't match up. I think now people would get it. Because before we didn't have like, camp wasn't a thing outside of, you know, like To Wong Fu or like Troop Beverly Hills.
Mm-hmm.
Or Showgirls. You know, that was like so niche.
Yeah.
And now I think as like a general public, we have an eye for camp and a taste for camp.
I agree.
But going back to how this defined us, what are your memories of this movie?
I remember I just remember watching it like a good chunk of times.
Did you see it in the movie theater?
I feel like I did. It's very fuzzy. Like, a lot of movies are a bit fuzzy if I saw them in theaters. I know I saw, like, Shrek in theaters that year.
Same.
I feel like I did, but I just don't remember, like, who I was with, I guess. Like, I don't remember, but I feel like I saw it in theaters. I know I've seen it with you, like, multiple times.
I mean, as a Josie evangelist, probably.
Yeah.
Because I distinctly remember the first time I watched this movie. Because it was such, like, a moment for me.
Yeah.
Because the movie came out in April. And I remember seeing the trailer because it's the In a World guy.
Yes.
But it has the, like, 3 small birds. Like, you know, it's like the beginning music video scene, pretty much. And I was like, I'm sold. I'm in. It has the girl from She's All That. It has Tara Reid. And someone else, because I didn't know Rosario Dawson at the time.
Oh, yeah.
Because, of course, I hadn't seen Kids. I, like, didn't watch a Harmony Korine movie at, like, 7. Naturally. But I remember watching the trailer and begging my mom to watch this movie. And she said no.
Why? Wait, what is wrong with this movie?
It was PG-13.
I love that it says this, too. Like, on the trailer, like, it has this warning. It's like, warning parents, like, strong, it's either like language and sensuality. Oh.
Do you remember back in the day when, like, they'd try to get you on sensuality?
Sensuality, yeah. But this is, like, the least sensuous. I mean, okay, the backdoor lover part might be.
Okay.
But, like, it's not even that. Like, I feel like Britney Spears at the time would have been considered more sensual with her belly button out or whatever.
Like, I'm a Slave for You?
Yeah.
Came out the same year.
Yeah.
Which I told you about that story. Not to put my parents on blast.
No, I don't remember.
So, like, Britney Spears' I'm a Slave for You came out, like, a couple months before Dirty by Christina Aguilera.
Oh, yes.
Like, in the pandemonium, like, just the uproar about Christina Aguilera in, like,
yeah, just like hardly anything but castles or whatever, yeah.
Like the ex-Tina.
The ex-Tina, yeah. Stripped. Dirty with, like, 2 R's. 3 R's. But my parents, I remember them having, like, a strong debate, being like, well, can Nikki listen to Dirty? But they were like, yes, she can, because she already is exposed to I'm a Slave for You. And at least Dirty, at the time, I remember my dad being like, at least Christina Aguilera is, like, for female empowerment. And she's taking a hold of her sexuality, whereas Britney Spears is not. But I just remember them having this whole feminist conversation back in, like, 01.
What were you thinking as a kid? Were you like, that's a good point? Or were you like, what are they talking about? I just want to listen to music. Like,
no way. I was like, I had a vision for my future, and I was like, I'm about to be slutty. I was like, belly button pierced, body glitter. I'm a slave for you, and I want to get dirty. I don't care about this feminist bullshit. I want to be a slut. But then things changed. Times changed.
You've yet to, like, pull out the chaps and go full.
I think I'm about to be in that era.
Really?
I think my ex-Tina era, my I'm a Slave for You era is about to happen.
It's coming. Okay.
But I had to, I had to go through a journey of, like, self-respect and stuff. But now I don't have time for that. So, long story short.
Yeah.
I wasn't allowed to see this movie when it was released.
Well, it's so sensual, so.
It is. I mean, du jour,
Yeah.
But Alan Cumming.
I was about to say Alan Cumming. Oh, he's so sensual.
Truly.
I mean, I don't know. Floop is low-key hot. Like,
I think so. I think Alan Cumming and Stanley Tucci are low-key hot.
Something about that. I don't know what it is.
I love them so much. But long story short, so for my birthday that year, I was gifted the DVD of Josie and the Pussycats, which was my prized possession, which I still own today, and that's how I watched Josie and the Pussycats for this go-round.
I love that.
Because, like, I wanted to see this movie so bad, and then I, like, watched the DVD so many times and listened to the soundtrack so much.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I stand by this.
No, same. I love it. I used to actually watch the cartoons.
Ooh.
Because they'd be like a part of the Scooby-Doo, like the
Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah. It would be on like the VHS, I guess, like the bonus features, or I don't know. Yeah. Like it'd be at the end. They'd be like, oh, here's an episode of Josie and the Pussycats. And I was like, oh yeah, this is my jam. And they'd have their little song. It's like, long tails, ears for heads. And I was like, ah. And then this, like bringing them to life.
So cool. So you actually watched the cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
So is this a good adaptation?
I think it is. Yeah, I think I like how they've done it for the time of 2001. It's not a lot like the cartoon as far as like what exactly happens, because it's like it takes on more. I feel like the movie has a bigger message. The cartoon is kind of like a lot like Scooby-Doo, where the gang gets into like trouble, or like there's like a villain of sorts and they have to get themselves out of these sticky situations, but it's like, you know, and then they're always playing a gig and whatever, but it's not like, oh, their career is climbing and they're, you know, talking about like being brainwashed and you know what I mean? It's not that meta. It's just kind of.
Did they have the bops?
They had the bops though.
Okay.
Yeah. No, and they had the fashion. So.
Right. Well, like I do remember growing up, the Hanna-Barbera cartoons were a thing. I don't know if they were on reruns a lot or I just had the VHSs.
Yeah.
I never watched Josie though. I was a Top Cat girly.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if anyone remembers Top Cat.
I've seen him around, but I've never watched.
I was obsessed. I wonder if it still holds up.
I wonder. I feel like Hanna-Barbera had like a hold on us, like somehow, like in the cartoon sector.
Why? I mean, I do remember like Scooby-Doo Zombie Island coming out, and that kind of like, did that like spark some interest in I don't know. I'm just speculating.
Yeah, I think it was more like reruns or like just on VHS, but it's quality stuff because they also did the Flintstones or the. Yeah. Wait, did they do the Jetsons? I don't know.
They did. Yes, they did.
Right? I don't know. Iconic cartoons.
For sure. This movie's so funny in the way that this was supposed to be like if I could make an analogy, do you remember like the Tom Cruise 2017 The Mummy? That was a flop, but was going to start the Dark Universe.
Wait, 2017 you said?
Yeah.
I vaguely remember this. I didn't see it though.
It was terrible.
I haven't seen any mummies, the old or new.
Oh my god, Brendan Fraser's Mummy, chef's kiss.
Yeah.
It's like so good. But The Mummy, what?
No, I'm just like, I cannot believe that.
Oh, sorry.
That's crazy. Bree, you gotta fix that.
I know. I mean,
I didn't see The Mummy until a couple years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I blame that one episode of The Nanny where they get scared and I don't know. They're watching The Mummy and they're like, ah! I don't know. But I'm sure it's not that scary.
Different mummy, probably.
Yeah.
Too.
I mean, how many mummies are there?
Well, there's like the old mummy. It's like the 1930s mummies.
Oh, dang.
The Universal monsters. Like Universal, the movie studio.
Oh.
So like Dracula, the Wolfman, Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah.
The Mummy, they're all tied into that. And that's what Nikki was alluding to, was
it's called the Dark Universe, right?
Yeah.
So the Dark Universe.
So like in 2017, they wanted to start the Universal Monsters Dark Universe up again.
Mm-hmm.
And the first one was The Mummy with Tom Cruise.
Okay.
And then The Mummy flopped so hard and was panned that they didn't make any more movies.
Wow.
So like this, Josie and the Pussycats was going to be the start of like the adult Hanna-Barbera universe.
Oh, that's fun.
And like Scooby-Doo that came out the following year was supposed to be more adult oriented.
Do you think they ruined it?
They did. 100%.
They made it too about kids? Or no, I don't know. I mean, we've all seen Scooby-Doo. It's not the best.
What?
No, but it's enjoyable. It's just not the best. It's not as good as Josie and the Pussycats.
Well, no, but I like Scooby-Doo.
No, I do too. No. Don't get me wrong. I love Scooby-Doo.
Matthew Lillard is Shaggy?
No, he's literally Shaggy.
No, saying that.
Yeah, he's literally Shaggy. I mean,
he gets my Best Actor for 2002 Nicky Academy Award.
For me, it's more like the story or like the the graphics sometimes.
Oh,
you know,
that monster doesn't hold up.
No.
But yeah, that's supposed to be like an more adult-oriented movie.
Mm-hmm.
But Josie flopped. Not in my heart, but
yeah, I
actually.
don't. It really did. Like, when you look at this movie, it's not a bad movie. It's not. I don't care what anyone says. It's a good movie, okay?
It is. So, what are your favorite movies from 2001?
Okay, well, I would say this one, Josie and the Pussycats, Shrek. Let's see, what else came out? I think there was a Harry Potter movie, but I don't know if that one made my list. Princess Diaries.
Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone didn't make your list?
I like the Sorcerer's Stone, but I don't know if it's my favorite Harry Potter movie. You know?
Mm.
And if I'm picking of that year, like if I had to rewatch,
well, that was A Beautiful Mind that year.
Oh.
A Beautiful Mind's good.
Yeah. Is this like overall or like at the time too? Because that's another thing. I'm like, you know what I mean? It's
overall.
hard. Okay, overall.
You're like, as a 7-year-old, like you're like Shrek, In the Bedroom, Moulin Rouge, Training Day, Spy Kids.
It's good. Oh yeah, Spy Kids. Did I say Spy Kids yet?
No.
Miss Congeniality would definitely. So maybe Rush Hour 2.
Rush Hour 2 did come out this year, yeah.
I remember loving it back in the day. I remember loving all the Rush Hours, like Jackie Chan and was
Chris
it Chris
Tucker?
Rock? Chris Tucker, yeah.
Chris Rock this year, though, did come out with Down to Earth, which is a good movie.
That's right. It was Chris Tucker. I forgot about him. Like, what is he up to?
He's on Epstein Island, I think.
Oh.
Like, I think he's one of those dudes. He was friends with Michael Jackson as well.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Shimon. We don't have to talk about Chris Tucker.
Okay, I'm sorry. See, yeah. Okay.
Sorry, Ben. Are you okay?
I'm just dying.
Well,
Y'all are throwing dirt on Chris Tucker's name.
I mean, I don't know. I feel...
Look it up.
All I was going to say...
Okay.
Sorry, Brie.
I was just going to say Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan had chemistry. Like,
For
really
sure.
good chemistry on screen. That's all I got to say. And those movies were hilarious.
Are
to me.
we like Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan?
I think so. I think we've got that kind of magic, you know?
Who is Chris and who is Jackie?
Don't go down this road.
Why? Why not?
Okay.
I don't...
Well, Ben, we need an outsider perspective. Who's who?
You're shorter, so you're Jackie Chan.
Brie's Chris.
Brie's Chris
That's the
Tucker.
factor.
Also, because Brie can dance her ass off. And she, just like Chris Tucker can.
Oh, just like Chris Tucker.
And she's a ladies' man.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Thanks.
I
Wow.
haven't seen her, pull a lady.
Well,
It's been a while.
It's been a while. You should have seen, Brie and I went to a Tegan and Sarah concert once. And, you know, they're gay. They're lesbians.
Okay.
And they have a queer audience.
All right.
And Brie was really popular at that show, and I was
about
not. And the only straight guy was like, hey. And I was like, hey, why aren't the ladies into me? I don't want to talk to you, boy. It was a really sad day for my ego, but Brie was
Not
thriving.
It's pretty spectacular that he sniffed you out in that whole crowd.
That's
Truly.
true, actually, yeah.
Really?
It was yeah. There really weren't a lot of straight people at the concert in general, I think, but
I feel like he was the only straight person there.
yeah,
It was lame.
it was. Yeah, well,
Not all of us can be a queer icon. Just like Josie. Kind
Yeah.
of. Josie McCoy. I think she's an ally.
yeah, I think so. Totally.
Yeah.
I mean, she's a cat, basically. I mean, I don't know. Not like a furry. I'm sorry. I don't
Put her on blast.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's just interesting, though, that they wear, like, actual tails, too. Did you notice that in their costumes? They do have long tails that, like, drag the ground.
It's really fun.
Yeah. Is that furry? I don't know. I don't know about that life. I've heard it's not always a sexual thing, so I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know.
You kind of blow my mind a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
I hadn't considered that.
I hadn't either till just now. I'm just having thoughts out loud.
You know, I totally thought that was camp. but
I don't know.
that could have been why the
Didn't do so
boy.
well.
Oh yeah, it could have been that too. They could have been like, that's a little too far.
People dress like cats.
But yeah, so Josie and the Pussycats opened on April 9th, 2001.
Mm-hmm.
It actually opened 7th at the box office.
Okay.
Which is not great. But it did have a lot of competition from the Brie faves.
Yeah.
Have you looked at this box office yet?
Yeah. Well, I know Spy Kids is on there. Joe Dirt.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
That might be up there.
This is like the Brie special.
Mm-hmm.
So, can you guess the number 1 at the box office the weekend of April 13th?
Spy Kids, right? Okay.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
What about number 2?
Okay. Well, I'm trying not to look because I pulled up this list, but I don't know. Like for number 2,
You've probably never seen this movie, but it has a man
Antonio Banderas
that you like. Not as much as him.
that I like. Like, could you tell me which man? Or
Morgan Freeman.
And it was 2001.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
Along Came a Spider.
oh, is that for kids or
No, it's like one of those
it's like 7?
like John Grisham. Yeah.
I don't think I would have seen this one then.
No, definitely. I've seen the DVD cover a lot.
You know, he's gonna be in a movie coming out soon with what's her name? Florence Pugh.
What?
Yeah, called like I think it's Good People or something like that. I don't know, but I was just excited because I'm like he's still doing the thing. Like he's still Morgan Freeman. Like
That's
I don't
really
know.
cool.
I love him.
I love him too. I love Florence Pugh.
Yeah, she's great.
She's really good. But yeah, so number 2's Along Came a Spider. Bridget Jones' Diary opens this weekend. Joe Dirt. Blow. The Johnny Depp cocaine movie with Penelope Cruz.
Never seen it.
I haven't either.
Huh.
We're watching that.
Yeah?
That's a good movie.
Huh. Right on. Kingdom Come and Josie and the Pussycats. And then Pokemon 3, the movie. Spell of the Unknown. But not unknown. What the hell is that?
Maybe it's a typo.
It's pronounced unknown.
Huh, you're right. There's no K in there.
I assure you.
Maybe it's unown. Like you're unowning the Pokemons. Like you're like I'm gonna instead of disowning, it's unown.
Unknown.
I'm unowning.
So that's not a typo?
No. Unknown are Pokemon that look like letters, but they have eyes in the middle of them. And so, like, it spells out the whole alphabet, and it's a puzzle you have to solve.
Letters? There's Pokemons that are letters? That makes no sense.
Yeah. They're like hieroglyphics almost, but they're literally letters.
I can't imagine. Like, you were more of a Pokemon person than me.
Yeah, I loved Pokemon.
It blows my mind that there was a time where the third Pokemon will be in the top 10 box office of like a week.
Why?
I don't.
Is it because it's the third Pokemon? I feel like as Pokemon got like more, like they kept trying to expand it. Like some of the newer Pokemon, I remember being upset with. I don't know why.
After Mewtwo, I lost interest.
Same.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's not a hot take or anything.
No, I think that if you're not into video games, that's where most people checked out. Was after the first movie, they were like, all right, I don't need this anymore. The fad is over.
Yeah.
But for those of us that played the games, we were just getting started.
Enough that people came out on the weekend where Joe Dirt and Josie and the Pussycats open, and you decide to see Pokemon 3, The Spell of the Unknown.
Wait, and it's spell. Wait, and there are actual letters that have eyeballs?
Yeah, that's a pun. Yeah, The Spell of the Unknown. Yeah, and they're letters, yeah.
But how are those real Those are real Pokemon?
Yeah, but they're supposed to be like a rarity. You know. I went and saw that movie in theaters with my mom, and I got mad because she was falling asleep during it.
Wow, that's funny. I feel like it's brainwashing. I feel it's like what Josie's trying to shed a light on.
For sure.
Just trying to sell more Pokemon to the kids.
Not
and
happening to
then
me.
you fell for it.
Because you know what I watched this weekend?
What's up?
Spy Kids. My favorite movie of 2001.
Oh, I thought you were saying this weekend, like in real life now.
No, this weekend in real life I watched Josie and the Pussycats. And a little bit of The Menu.
Okay.
But in 2001, on April 13th to the 15th,
Yeah.
I was at Spy Kids.
Multiple times, probably. I remember we snuck in there a few times.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that we snuck into Spy Kids 3D.
Oh.
Which, we can link this back because we bought tickets. Well, our parents bought tickets to see, like, My Boss's Daughter with Ashton Kutcher and Tara Reid, and we got bored and snuck into Spy Kids 3D. Anyways, tie them all together. But yeah, so it's directed by Deborah Kaplan and Harry Elephant, who did Can't Hardly Wait, which is like another cult classic.
Yeah.
But it did really well at the box office, unlike this movie.
That's... Nah.
Which,
What's she gonna do?
I mean, I've never seen it.
Which one?
Can't Hardly Wait.
It's really good. It's... I'm trying to think if it also has Seth Green. I feel like maybe. I don't know. It's one of those guys that looks just like Seth Green. And it might be Seth Green. I just don't know.
Oh my god. I feel like this is terrible. I can't remember his name, but it has my man in it. Can't Hardly Wait.
Your man?
From Empire Records, who I love.
The one with the long hair?
No, the short hair. The funny dude. Like the goofy dude. Ethan Embry. Oh, we have talked about Ethan Embry on the Sweet Home Alabama
Yes,
podcast.
I remember that now. Yes, your man.
But Ethan Embry, I love him. We'll talk about more.
He's the guy... Okay, yeah.
We'll talk about
him.
this Empire Records because I'll probably wax poetic about him there.
Totally.
Because I truly have, like, feelings about him and his performance. Not like that, Ben. Don't look at me like that. Like, as an actor, I don't think he brings me a lot of joy in his performance. Anyways, I'll wax poetic in a different app, but Can't Hardly Wait has Ethan Embry in it.
Mm-hmm. It's a good movie. You should totally watch.
Sure.
Yeah.
But, you know, after this, it kind of tanked their directing careers, which sucks.
Yeah. I noticed that too. I'm like, oh, they directed these things together. And then I'm like, wait, that's it? Why do they have so little credits? Like, what? And then I guess they didn't do much else.
I guess. I mean,
they should have, though. They need to come back and do some more. You know, I think we're all in a place where we can appreciate Josie and the Pussycats and just their portfolio of movies.
I think so. I think that I haven't seen it, but we are due for like this generation's Can't Hardly Wait.
Mm-hmm.
And we're due for another Josie and the Pussycats like style movie or like a Charlie's Angels. Just something very like a mid-budget, fun, theatrical release.
Do they even make teen movies anymore like that? You know what I mean? Like,
all straight to Netflix. It's not right, but it's okay. But it's not all right.
Yeah, it's really not.
But yeah, no, Ebert, at the time, he said Josie and the Pussycats are not dumber than the Spice Girls, but they're as dumb as the Spice Girls, which is dumb enough.
Whoa, how do you feel about that, Nick, as a hardcore, like, Spice Girl?
I mean, okay, Josie first, Spice Girl second. But
he kind of, like, it's a little disrespectful.
It is completely, like, I get that criticism about Spice World.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Spice World's not, it's a fun movie, also starring Alan Cumming, but not a good movie.
Wait, he's in that one too?
Yeah.
Okay, because in my mind, there's certain parts of this movie that I was like, am I remembering this right? Or is this Spice World? Did I think that is he a manager there too?
Yes, yes.
Okay, yeah, it's very confusing because my mind combines the stories together in some parts, and he's always like plotting and stuff, but I'm like...
He's always doing that.
Yeah, in both movies, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Wearing like the very 2000s glasses.
Okay. That makes me feel better. So are they in the same universe? Is he like Mega Records also managing them? You know, like, can we make that canon? I don't know.
I would hope so. Josie and the Pussycats, though, could kick Spice Girls' ass.
Yeah.
100%.
You think so? Wow.
I think so. I think they have a little more grit.
Mm-hmm.
They're like power popness.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, a little punk rocketedness.
Yeah. Which, speaking of that, can we talk about the soundtrack?
Yes.
Movie soundtracks? Like, that's another thing that's very, like, 90s, early 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
It peaked at this.
Yeah. There hasn't been a better soundtrack since.
No, maybe High School Musical.
Oh, maybe.
Just bet on it, I think.
Yeah, just bet on it.
I think it definitely peaked with Josie, but then Bet on It came in, and then maybe the Hoedown Throwdown, and then it was all downhill.
Yeah, definitely.
No, but this is, like, so good. But yeah, it's instead of Rachel Lee Cook doing the lead vocals, it's the girl from Letters to Cleo.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they make it look like it's really her, though. They do a good job.
For sure.
But I was wondering, because, like, those vocals are, like, snatched.
So good. And it's also, I feel like it goes with the whole, like, early 2000s, late 90s of it all, because Letters to Cleo, like, it's for me so synonymous with that 90s sound. So to just hear that on the soundtrack, it makes all the sense.
Yeah, didn't they have, like, real writers for the songs? Like,
it's executive produced by Babyface.
Yeah. I don't know. It's so cool.
Like, hearing about that is very much similar to hearing that Whitney Houston produced The Princess Diaries.
I forgot about that. Wow. Full circle.
Yeah.
I don't know. Kind of. I mean, we've talked about Princess, I don't know. Whitney Houston, Princess Diaries.
Yeah. But yeah, like, Babyface produced this record.
Wow.
Yeah. This record was actually a success. The soundtrack went gold.
Good. It deserves it. Did you have a soundtrack? Like, the CD, right?
100. I still do.
Okay.
I wore that CD out as a kid. Oh, so good.
That's so cool.
Do you have any favorites?
I love Three Small Words. Yeah. Three Small Words. Sorry, I almost said worlds. Yeah, no, I don't know. Honestly, that one and Backdoor Lover are probably my tops. Yeah. What about you?
Backdoor Lover. I like Pretend to Be Nice.
Yeah.
That's my fave.
It's a vibe.
It is. But yeah, so is this true that they designed the sound for Josie and the Pussycats to sound like a female Blink-182?
That's what I've heard.
Interesting.
I don't know, though. I mean, I guess it does a bit.
I think, like, if you listen to, like, all the small things,
yeah,
and, like, you try to replicate it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I kept thinking to myself, it reminds me of something, but I couldn't place exactly what it was.
Three Small Words and All the Small Things have a very similar energy to them.
I bet that'd be a good mashup. Someone's probably made it, but if not, I'm gonna hop on that.
Can I ask y'all a quick question?
Yeah.
Who would y'all cast in a modern day remake of Josie and the Pussycats?
Amanda Seyfried as Melody.
Should be a good melody. I'm trying to think who would be Josie.
Or Sydney Sweeney, maybe?
See, I was thinking her as Melody, Zendaya
as Josie.
Ooh.
And then you're gonna hate me, but Jenna Ortega as the other role.
Sure, that's fine.
As of what, Valerie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But hot take, I don't care for Jenna Ortega.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it because she refuses to do the Wednesday dance now?
It's because she's got that botchal fat removal on her face. It looks
When did
terrible.
that happen? Recently?
Yeah. She got all the fat taken out of her.
That's like a trend right now.
Yeah.
And I'm against it.
It's blah.
Leave what's there. Embrace your cute cheeks. I don't know.
It really does age you 10 years.
Yeah.
And as an actress, you can't afford that.
That's a good point, Nick. Tell him.
It ages you out of every single role. Well, think about it. If you're 20, if it ages you 10 years, you're 30.
I thought she looked a little older, but I couldn't place why.
It's because she doesn't have bottle fat.
Dang.
But I think that combo would probably do really well at the box office. Like if you think that people go out to see a movie, if you get meat in the seats by putting stars in movies, I feel like you hit that trifecta.
Oh yeah, that was something like when they cast this version of Josie and the Pussycats, they were thinking about the star power of it all too.
That's why Rachel Lee Cook was chosen, which is so crazy to think now, but she was writing that She's All That train.
Yes, because it was almost Zooey Deschanel.
Yeah.
As Josie. They almost picked her, and she came in with an original song, and they were going to pick her, but they're like, she's a nobody, because at the time she wasn't.
Nobody.
But I don't know. That's a good point, though. They probably would want to have someone established.
I don't think Jenna Ortega's on the same level as Zendaya, though.
Yeah, it's just she with Wednesday, she was already on the come up, but then Wednesday put her into that upper tier, and that's where I think they go, all right, let's get her mixing with, in a movie like that, I think it'd be really good. And as long as they, the only other person I would think is throw someone of like their first acting gig and make it Olivia Rodrigo. Because she already kind of does that style.
She would be Josie.
She'd
be cool.
Josie.
She's Josie. Olivia Rodrigo is Josie.
Yeah. Josie sans the Pussycats. Just Josie.
Yeah, like Olivia Rodrigo's could do it, though.
Yeah, I think so.
That'd be cool.
Okay, if we're doing like a mid-tier, Olivia Rodrigo as Josie, who as Melody? Who has that, like, ditzy?
I think you could still go with the Sydney Sweeney chick.
That's true.
Because she just has that vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she does seem smart. I will give Sydney Sweeney that. I don't know, like...
I can't think of anyone else young. Like, I don't know. I feel like I don't know who's cool and young now.
It's crazy because the playing field is so off. Because the young people that we're talking about, like Zendaya or Florence Pugh, they're like our age.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But they could play someone younger.
It's true, but it's hard to be like, who's like young, you know?
Yeah, especially like in the acting world.
Yeah.
Timothy Chalamet could be the
boy.
That boy who's like, he's kind of like their manager in the beginning. And with
that'd be a fun role for him.
Yeah.
Kind of like his character in Don't Look Up.
Yeah.
Where he's like talking about the fingerling potatoes.
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, he has like a slight awkwardness to him, but like, I don't know. But why not throw him in there? I don't know.
What about the jour?
That'd be so oh my god, like to have like a Logan Lerman or like a Dylan O'Brien in du jour with like a Jaden Smith.
That'd be fun.
Willow is Valerie.
Oh.
Ooh.
What?
That would be cool.
Elle Fanning would be a good Melody. She could play that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love how we're getting to the bottom of this. So Elle Fanning, Willow, Olivia Rodrigo,
or Zendaya.
Yeah.
If Elle Fanning's gonna be in it, this is a little highbrow.
Yeah.
What do you think, Brie?
I don't know. I kind of feel like I kind of like Sydney Sweeney a little more for Melody. I don't know what it is. I think she's... Yeah, something about her is not all there. I don't know what in a good way.
Have you seen White Lotus?
No. Is she in White Lotus too?
Yes.
How is she in White Lotus?
She's really good. I think it might...
Is it skewing the...
It skews my vote.
Okay. Yeah. I'm sure she has more range than just being like, I don't know.
100%. And like in real life, she like works on cars.
Yeah. No, I'm sure she's
really smart.
Very smart. I'm not saying she... But just that... Having the
I get
the
it.
ability to be like, whoo, no cares. I don't know how to explain it.
I get it. And she's like sexy.
Yeah, and kind of bubbly. I don't know.
I get it.
Yeah.
She does have a darkness to her, though. Which
does.
Tara Reid's melody, no, like, it is sunshine.
Yeah. No, I feel like she does such a good job as Melody. Like, yeah.
But yeah, the movie opens with Du Jour, like the boy band of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Du Jour.
It's very, they're very much like in sync. Oh, of the day. Du jour. Yeah. all of our French listeners
get the joke of the day.
Like rolling their eyes. Oh, yes.
What were you saying? Sorry.
Oui. I don't know. Just their outfits. I love their outfits.
So they like look like the bandana dude looks like JT.
Mm-hmm.
The one dude with the tattoo looks like the one guy, like Nick Lachey from 98 Degrees.
Yep.
There's some Backstreet Boys in there somewhere.
There's like a little bit of every boy band's kind of plucked in there.
But it opens with Du Jour, and they come out on the tarmac of their like private jet, which is decked out in like Target and Bounce advertisements.
Mm-hmm.
And they sing Backdoor Lover.
Yeah, they have those little mics, like the...
And like they do it a la I Want It That Way, like that music video with like the choreography.
And all the kids are like screaming in the crowd. They're like, ah!
I love Du Jour. Like very much Backstreet Boys. And I Want It That Way.
I love the one boy in the crowd that was like, I love them like brothers. I don't know. It was just cute, but it was funny. I don't know.
You know, this movie, I feel like the modern day equivalent is Popstar. The Lonely Island movie.
I was thinking, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Like there's some similarities. Like the underlying tones of Du Jour, very like homoerotic.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you know, when they did that high five and then slapped each other's butts after?
Yeah.
Loved that moment.
I just love that, like, the song is called Backdoor Lover.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And, like, thinking about all the boy bands of our youth, or, like, even, like, One Direction, all the speculation always is, like, girls love some, like, sexual tension between two dudes.
Well, that is interesting. Yeah. No, I'm sure there's like some Backstreet Boys fan fiction out there.
For sure.
Somewhere.
I like the Larry fan fiction.
Mm-hmm. No, that's real.
Yeah. But Backdoor Lover is a bop.
Mm-hmm.
Truly. Oh yeah, Alan Cumming's their manager. Did you notice that Alan Cumming, when they're on the plane before it crashes, that he says, let's take the Chevy to the levee?
Yeah. I did notice that was the code. Yeah.
And I just...
It's like, oh.
They're... You know. You know the joke. It's a joke.
The Chevy to the levee.
Like American Pie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like,
I was trying to decipher the lyrics of the song.
Like, the joke is that it's like the plane crash of Buddy Holly, because the plane's about to crash.
Gotcha.
And they're about to kill Du Jour. That's like the plan.
So much violence so soon, too. Like, I forgot that this movie, like, has a violent start.
Oh, true. Yeah, because, like, Alan Cumming's character tries to kill Du Jour because they're getting a little too difficult as a group, as a boy band. So they're on their way to Riverdale. And I just love that, like, on the MTV, like, news break, they have a picture of Du Jour, and they're like, Du Jour, 2000 to 2001, and it's, like, them, like, coming up to the camera, like, black and white.
Yeah, no, that was funny to me, too, because I was like, wow, so soon, like, but I don't know, maybe that is how some careers go anyway. Like, were they just trying to also say, like, I don't know, whatever's cool at the time, like, we pick things up and put them down so quickly, and, like, with artists, like
Du Jour.
Yeah. Like the day?
Yeah. Get the... Sorry. I feel like maybe this was why the movie wasn't a success, because you didn't have like people like me being like, did you get that? Did you get that joke?
Did you get that?
You get it. Like, I feel like the directors during the premiere might have just been like over explaining jokes.
Could you imagine the like 80 things you missed while watching Josie and the Pussycats YouTube video if it had come out today?
Oh man.
Oh man.
You know what? Actually, this movie would truly thrive. Well, we say that, but a pop star did not do well.
I don't even think I saw Popstar.
Yes, you did. We saw it together.
When was that?
It was 2016. It was Andy Samberg. It's like he plays like the Justin Bieber looking dude. You've seen
Not
this
ringing
movie.
a bell. Like it's only vaguely, like I remember of it, but he looks like Justin Bieber.
Yeah. You've totally seen this movie before.
Oh.
And he has a pet turtle and he sings a song like It's Not Gay. You know the song like I fucked Bin Laden?
Wait, we saw it in theaters.
Yeah, we did.
It's coming back to me now. Yes.
Okay, but that being said, I want to say this movie would do well now, but Popstar didn't do well, so.
Yeah, but Popstar deserved to do better, I think.
Did. Just like Josie.
Yeah.
But then we're introduced to the Pussycats in a movie montage. The first of 3.
I love that. Yeah, don't they have like it's like the opening credits of sorts, and they like kind of just show them like practicing and playing together, and then in their rooms, I don't know, volunteering.
They're like washing a car, just singing to 3 Small Words, which is such a good song.
I love just like the fact that like they have like these like freeze frames where it looks like I don't know how to explain it, but it's like something from a magazine almost, and like
yes,
it's like they're I don't know, it's like they're painted in different colors. I don't know, it's very interesting. It's a little bit it feels a little mod in some ways and kind of 90s, like it's a little grungy. I don't know, just the style. It kind of sets up the style for the movie a bit.
I love it. I see what you mean. It is a little like post Riot Girl mixed with like the elements of like the 60s
like
cartoon.
A Warhol, like that, you know what I mean,
it's
like
just
the
like
color mixing.
I feel like that's very of the time too. And I love like when they like you can see like each of them like jumping in the air.
Yes.
Just like in the clouds, like very Charlie's Angels.
Oh, it reminded me of the George Lopez like opening. Like I started hearing the music like, oh my, get a little wrong.
I see what you mean.
Do, 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 do. Can someone like make that happen? I don't know.
Brie, you make it happen.
I think I might have to make that happen. I might have to make it happen. Someone's me.
But I think it's so crazy how Beyonce, Left Eye, and Aaliyah all auditioned for Valerie.
That is crazy. That would be so interesting. I mean, I heard that Beyonce was like too shy or something, which is hard to imagine, especially because she's Beyonce and she's essentially the Josie of like Destiny's Child.
She's not the Valerie.
Yeah. She would have been the Josie. She'd have to be the Josie.
She'd have to be the Josie.
Yeah.
Left Eye is the one they really wanted. And can you imagine they were going to make like rap breaks in the songs for Left Eye.
Oh man, I actually would love to see that. But but the songs would have to be different songs. I don't know about punk, like pop punk songs, and then all of a sudden rap. Like how would they, it'd have to be more pop, and
it would have sounded like Linkin Park.
Yeah.
Or Limp Bizkit.
Limp Bizkit,
yeah.
Oh no, yeah.
Which is also very of the time.
It would have been of the time.
I don't love the vibe, but I love Left Eye.
I love Left Eye, and that would have been a cool thing to incorporate.
I do.
Would she be able to write her own raps? Because
hopefully
that was like her thing.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I would hope.
What would she rap about though? All these subliminal messages.
Yeah.
Yeah. She'd be like the audience, like the voice of the audience, maybe.
Yeah, I think she would.
But did you notice the joke? I think Wyatt says it, but one of them's like, or maybe it's just a way to describe Josie and the Pussycats when they become successful. One of them, like one of the characters, is like, they're like TLC with 2 white chicks.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
My favorite.
Yeah,
but this movie's just so good, like low key.
Yeah, it's not like super loud about it. Like it's not like, you know, you don't expect it to be this good, but
and it's like candy coated. It's like funny and clever, but it's like candy coated, and like the whole time there's like so many like singing montages and like things that look like a music video, and so much product placement and like the color grading where it doesn't really work in this film. But like I was watching it the other day with Ben and producer Ben, and he was like, what's up with the color grading? And apparently they got the dude who did Oh Brother, Where Art Thou to try to have this like, there's like no, I forget which color, like maybe green, no, a certain color, but the way they did the color grading was like intentional.
Okay.
So that's why it like looks the way it does.
It does look very like blue to me, or like cooler toned, I think.
Yeah. It's intentional. Like they were like going for something. And I love that.
I love that too. Like, I don't know. I think it, like the aesthetic is really strong, and I love that
too. Oh, and can we talk about Tara Reid's performance?
Yeah.
As Melody, who's like the ditzy one. Like she totally reminds me of Suzanne Summers in Three's Company.
Yes, she definitely has that vibe. Yeah,
it's just the sweetest. I don't know. I'm not very familiar with Tara Reid's work.
Same. I thought I was. Like last time you corrected me, I thought she was in Puffy, but that was someone else. Yeah. Anyway,
but because like I've never seen an American Pie.
I mean, I have, but it's been so long, and I don't know. I feel like this is a different character.
Oh, really?
It has to be. I mean, maybe she was like a dumb blonde, that character, that archetype or whatever, but in a different way. I don't know.
I feel like I only know Tara Reid from like the early aughts tabloids, and E had a show like Tara's Wild Red, or like Tara Goes Wild, or something like that, where she'd go to different places around the world and party.
Oh, okay.
And that's all I know about Tara Reid, but I was charmed by her in this movie.
Same. No, she's very charming. Like, I don't know. She has this like innocence and just positivity about everything. I don't know.
I love when she's like, when I die, I want to meet Snoopy. It's just the best.
Yeah.
Wait, wasn't it if I could go back?
Oh, yes. If I could go back in time, I'd want to meet Snoopy.
It still makes me laugh.
Same. Like a cartoon character? I don't know. A lot of things she says is like, shorthand. But it's endearing. It's like, oh, she's cute.
I love when she's taking a shower in the McDonald's advertised shower, and she's washing with the loofah that looks like fries. But she's like, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. And she goes to clap her hands and she drops the loofah, the fry loofah, and then she like goes to pick it up, and then she's like, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hand. Oh, and then like drops again. And just like every time, like without missing a beat, she just nails it. Oscar for her.
Yeah, she's like an overgrown child, basically. But
in the Late to the Party Awards, Best Supporting Actress.
Definitely. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, she has so much personality and kind of stands out, you know?
She really does. She's like the breakout in this movie. But which is crazy because I feel like out of everyone, Rosario Dawson's had the best career.
Yeah. What did she was like, was she in something with like vampires or something? I don't know.
I know the year after she was in Men in Black 2. She's like the love interest to Will Smith. and she's in Pluto Nash with Eddie Murphy.
I feel like I know her from like something.
She was in the movie adaptation of Rent.
That's what it is. Yeah.
But she's like in everything nowadays. She was in Zombieland too.
I was about to say Zombieland. I really loved her in Zombieland.
But yeah, she like works very consistently. Like out of all of them.
That's so interesting. Good for her.
Her and probably Alan Cumming.
Yeah. True.
And Donald Faison, who's like in every commercial ever, it seems. Those three.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, speaking of castmates, Josie's boyfriend is the Sheets of Egyptian Cotton dude from Uptown Girls.
Oh my god. He's way better in this film. Like, he's more charming. He's not as annoying. His songs are way better.
100%. Okay, there's this part in the end of the movie where I think his name's Gabriel Mann, but it's when like Josie and the boy like fall in love.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's like, I love you, and she's like, oh, and he comes on stage, and at the end of the scene, like they continue their song, and he's in the wings.
Oh yeah,
and he like is getting it. Like he's vibing so hard to this song. It's my favorite thing ever.
oh my god.
Did you notice this part? Oh my god. Oh man, he's just like feeling himself. Like he's like Jimmy Jr. dancing, but like with a guitar. He's the biggest just like air guitar ever. It's like
He's air guitaring?
yes, he's having the most fun of this man's life. I feel like I don't think he realized how much maybe the camera was on him,
Okay,
because he is hamming it up so hard.
That's hilarious.
Do you know what I mean, Ben?
Yeah, no, totally. I clocked it immediately. I was like, what is this guy doing?
Like, I seriously think, like, he didn't realize how much,
Yeah.
like, it was gonna pan into him. Because, like, why would he be doing this?
Well, he did just, like, basically get clearance to, like, date Josie. So he could have just been really excited. You know? He was like...
So he's just like...
Yeah. It just had to come out.
That was his acting choice.
Uh-huh.
Either way, Gabriel Mann really was like, this is my moment. And he took it.
I'm gonna have to rewatch that part. Because is that, like, after he crowd surfs?
Yes.
Okay. Gotcha.
And when he comes back, he, like, is, like, doing the air guitar so hard that he's, like, doing, like, the, like biting his bottom lip. Like,
oh my goodness.
yeah. Like, he is getting it. You have to see it.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's, like, something I can't actually describe. It's, like, I recommend
You just have to see it.
for all.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, speaking of his character, I loved, like, there's, like, one line from, all I can think of is Floop, but I feel like he has another name. Alan Cumming's character.
Oh, Wyatt.
Wyatt, yes. He says, you know, because there's, like, a certain point where he's, like, he just keeps seeing this guy around, and he doesn't have time for him. And he's like, what's your name? Because I think it's, like, Alan M. Yeah, and he's like, what's with the initial? It didn't work for Sheila E, and it doesn't work for you. It was just, like, such a burn, and I was just like... I don't know. It made me laugh.
I feel like there's so many things in this where you could just do the
Right? I don't know.
Oh my god.
I felt kind of bad for him though, but it was funny.
I also love that the town they live in is Riverdale.
Mm-hmm.
Like the comics.
Yeah. Is there any connection to that, I wonder?
What do you mean?
Oh. Are you talking about the comics? Like the Archie comics?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking about the show Riverdale.
Well, that's Archie comics too.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay, so it is maybe all connected then. It's the same universe. It's like the Marvel universe.
Kind of. It's crazy though. Like Riverdale, the TV show got the license to be like an edgy, like teen story.
Mm-hmm.
But Josie and the Pussycats, they had in their contract where they had to show the girls practicing good oral hygiene. That's why there's one scene where they're brushing their teeth.
What?
Yeah. Like, they had to show good morals and good oral hygiene.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
Did it make you want to brush your teeth?
No, it didn't have the bring it on effect.
Mm-hmm.
Because after I saw, like, Jesse Bradford and Kirsten Dunst brush their teeth, I had to as well.
Right.
But, no, this didn't have the same effect.
Yeah, it was like, whatever.
Yeah.
They breezed past it too much.
They just contractually had to.
If it had more product placement, maybe.
If Crest.
Yeah, Crest.
Crest.
Tell them how you feel.
I always call Crest.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it your preferred brand, though?
Crust. Yeah.
Crust.
Or Oral Bay.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
That's a good one. I mean, I use Quip.
So you're always equipped.
Yeah.
But that's...
So Wyatt, the manager, basically dumps du jour and crashes a plane in Riverdale, and he meets Josie and the Pussycats,
Mm-hmm.
who are at the time just the Pussycats, and they're like playing at a bowling alley,
Mm-hmm.
rocking the house down.
No one's paying attention, though.
No.
But they're giving it their all.
Which I remember that so vividly from the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Them playing at, like, they're just like jamming out like they're in a full music video, and then Josie being like, thanks, you're a great crowd, and it's like the bowling balls crashing.
Yeah.
It's like peak trailer moment.
Like there's a bunch of old guys there.
Probably on the bowling league.
Yeah. Not paying them no mind.
Yeah. Some olds.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Alan Cumming, like, discovers them because they're trying to, like, busk essentially in front of a store.
Uh-huh.
And they get kicked out, and, like, coincidentally, Alan Cumming's driving a car and almost hits them. And at the same time, like, on the street, there's, like, #1 band in the world that goes behind them.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, it's like a snippet of Paradise by the Dashboard Light by Meatloaf, which is how I was introduced to that song, sadly enough. But, like, I feel like that's such, like, an interesting scene.
It's a beautiful moment. It's very cinematic.
Totally. It just kind of, like, ties it together. I feel like because the whole joke is that they basically become, in a week, the next pop sensation.
Yeah, which
Du jour.
I forgot it was the sensation of du jour. Like, I didn't realize it was all in a week.
Well, because, yeah, like, periodically throughout the film, like, Josie especially is like, isn't that kind of crazy? Like,
Yeah.
this has happened in, like, 2 days?
Yeah, and they're like, nah. They, like, think about it, and they're like, nah, this is great. We're rising to the top.
Well, because they're planting subliminal messages in the, like, listener's ear through this, like, machine.
Yeah. Is this how subliminal messages really work, by the way? Like, is this, like, I feel like it's so on the nose. Like, but I love it.
I love it, too. I actually, like, who's to say?
Yeah.
Not to start, like, QAnon conspiracies, but, like, who's to say? Like, it could be through our headphones.
It's like those Beatles, you know, like when people play them backwards and, like, there's a hidden message. I don't know. I just think I find it fascinating. I'm like, maybe there are hidden messages. I don't know.
Which, so, like, they're planting, like, to buy more things.
Yeah. They're like Josie and the Pussycats are
The greatest band in the world.
Yeah.
By Crest.
Yeah.
And Crest.
Or Crust.
But yeah, there's 73 product placements in this film.
That's insane.
Like, there's definitely Target, Bounce, Revlon, John Frieda, Steve Madden,
McDonald's,
7-Eleven. So yeah, Sobe.
So I was about to say Sobe. Yeah, TJ Maxx, Puma. I definitely saw a lot of Puma. American Express, Butterfinger, Pringles, Barney's New York, Nikon, Red Bull, Verizon, Adidas, Advil, Crest. It's one of them.
Crest.
Clearasil and Tidy Cat are some brands.
Wow.
Yeah.
All the brands.
Kodak, Hostess.
Oh, did you catch the Sega Dreamcast?
Oh.
And that, like, actually, like, I think, like, a week before the movie came out was discontinued.
Oh.
That was why I asked you when the movie came out while we were watching it, because there was a Sega thing in the background, and I was like, why are they advertising this? This has to be, like, Dreamcast time. And it's funny you mentioned that.
Yeah, it wasn't. Like, that was a thing of the past by the time that Josie and the Pussycats came out.
Crazy.
What is happening?
How'd they know? How are they to know? It's also, they didn't get any money from any of these product placements. So, it was just for the joke. It was for the bit. Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say, they were dying to do like a Gap ad for the movie that was everybody in leopard. Because you know how they did the everybody in khakis and everything like that? But then Gap didn't get, they said hell no. They read the script and they didn't want to be a part of it. So like, I guess certain companies didn't want to do it. And then
lame.
I think other companies, I guess, didn't really care. Like Target was like, whatever, who cares? We're big, you know, because they didn't actually get products from them. They just put it up there. But I just think the Gap, like that would be so interesting. Like everybody in leopard. I love that. I really would have loved that. That would have been like the cherry on top. That would have worked. And then I feel like in real life, Gap maybe would have had a campaign and I definitely would have bought more leopard. Any excuse to buy leopard and wear leopard, I will take it.
For sure. That's all the subliminal messaging, Brie.
Yeah.
I feel like right now you're like the girl who's like possessed by the product placement and like subliminal messaging when she's like, orange is the new pink. And then the guy's like, I gotta buy new pants. I gotta drink Zima. Which is... I
gotta wear leopard.
Zima.
Yeah. I don't know.
But I'm like, yeah. But it's almost like a You've Got Mail effect, you know, in the way like that we're kind of now in retrospect on Joe's side and we're like, oh, I miss Barnes and Nobles and big box bookstores. Mm-hmm. It's like I miss good product placement. I miss like commercialism in that way.
I miss commercialism. This movie has had an opposite effect on us.
Without the weight of the world on my shoulders, can't I just enjoy some Sobe?
That was one thing that I kind of observed when you first started talking. I was like, this movie is definitely trying to make a statement about all of these things, but y'all are, and myself included, are so nostalgic for all the things that they're saying is a bad thing for us. Mm-hmm. Or at least saying that the excess of it is bad for us. And I don't know. It does, like Bree said, feel like it has that weird reverse effect.
Yeah.
I will say, though, yeah, it doesn't have the intended effect, probably.
Not anymore.
But also, I think we're nostalgic. Tell me if I'm wrong, but at least for me, like, I'm nostalgic for a time when things were planted, but it was a little more pure. Like, I feel like at this point versus 2001, I feel like in 2023, they have bled us dry.
Like, advertising-wise?
Yeah.
Like how they get ads to you? Or, like, what do you mean? Like,
they've bled the joy out of it. I think before, when you'd go and buy Steve Madden shoes or orange is the new pink,
like advertising can be fun.
Advertising's fun. Buying things
can be fun.
It's fun. Or even like, we're gonna have to talk about the costumes. Personal style is fun, and I feel like nowadays things are like work, and we
even
know
personal style,
because we're always thinking about us as a brand. Like, we're the Wyatts. We're not Josie anymore being like sold crap.
We're all Wyatts.
We're all the Wyatts. And that's not fun, because we're all the Wyatts and the Fionas who like, we're not popular. Like, we feel this inadequacy. We feel like we have the lisps and are unpopular in high school, even though it's not true. But we're a society, we're white ass Wyatts.
At least, yeah.
Like, we feel as people, quote, tell me if I'm wrong, we feel as people like we don't have any control over it. Like, we're like the aftermath of this. As far as like Josie and the Pussycats are like taking it back. Like, this is fun, like to be ourselves. And we're even sold to be ourselves. And now we're not sold
To be ourselves.
We're sold to be like, we're getting, not to get so serious or whatever, but we're getting really conflicting messages.
Yeah.
We're getting told to be yourself, have fun, but remember you're a brand and you have the weight of the world on your shoulders, and remember to be politically correct, but also say something that'll garner your attention. Like, it's too
so
heady.
Much focus. Yeah. That is way too much to be thinking. Yeah, I agree with you, Nick. Advertising in 2001 is way easier, less to think about.
Well, like, selling out then's fun.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I think it'd be interesting if they did like a version of Josie and the Pussycats today and like touched on that. Like, I don't know how we consume things today, because it is.
Well, we're guilted.
Yeah.
We consume things and then feel guilt. Like, that's how they market to us. Like, you should feel bad about yourself. And back in the day, it was like, you're gonna buy this and you're gonna feel good. Anyways, I'm sorry if I blew out the mics, because I got a little...
Wow.
Did I blow out the mic?
No.
Okay, cool. I'm sorry.
That was so deep. It's like, I don't know. Wow.
I don't know. I want to drink some Zima. Put on some pants.
Yeah.
Drink a Zima. You know, I'm not even sure what a Zima is. I'm not going to lie.
Idea.
I'm not that old.
I want to eat some Pringles and drink some Red Bull.
You know what I think's really funny, though? The scene where Wyatt, there's like this girl who's like anti-establishment. It's like she's like a goth-looking girl. And he like goes on his like little phone. He's like, smells like Teen Spirit. Is like the code. And he's like, tell me your thoughts. And then she gets carried away in a van.
Oh, yeah. I wrote that down, too, because I'm like, wait a second. He just has this girl, like, kidnapped. Like, what? Like, I mean, I guess because she's, like, nonconformist or something. But, like, where do they take her? Do they murder her? Do they,
no,
like...
she goes into the... She's
the
one of them. Like, they...
We see her later.
Her, yeah.
Okay. I thought she's like when they put on the cat ears, like the headphones later, and they like listen to the subliminal messages, and the government's also like people are there listening. Okay. That makes sense. I thought she looked familiar, but I didn't really put that together till just now.
Wow.
Dang.
Sorry, I'm just thinking like, I know I just went on that like long-winded rant, which I'm
so
sorry
dark.
you're gonna have to edit. But I'm just thinking right now, like thinking about the context.
Yeah.
So like talking about the smells like Teen Spirit girl. Like the beginning of the 90s, the grunge movement is happening.
Right.
It is really like the anti-establishment, like grunge before it got appropriated by Marc Jacobs, I mean, I love them, but you know, like by the fashion industry, before it was a trend, before they were handing out flannels, it like actually meant something. And it was this counterculture that just like blew up. And we see throughout the 90s, like just even thinking like Woodstock 94 was like this super peaceful, like cool event.
Wait,
and
94?
Yeah, there was a Woodstock 94 and like the Cranberries were there and like, you know, like, I don't know.
Oh, wow.
Other cool artists.
Different
and it
than
was
99.
chill. Yeah. And like later on in the decade, like like Woodstock 99 was a dumpster fire, like literally. And like Limp Bizkit was there. And like, that's like the height of like bubblegum pop and like all the stuff they're talking about in Josie and the Pussycats, where I think like if I was Gen Z, if I was, you know, Danny Elephant and what's their name? Deborah Kaplan?
Yeah.
Like, as a Gen Xer, I would probably feel some type of way. Just watching, you know, everything just all these people sell out, like all your ideals basically, like you're like sold out now.
Yeah. Like it means nothing. Like, wasn't that like the motivation, I guess, for this film? Just seeing all that happening in real time, I guess. And like you said, the 90s, I don't know, like the Nirvana of it all, just.
Yeah, man, Gen Xers are so cool. They really messed us up for us, but you know, they're really cool. What else? Any other? Oh, can we talk about the TRL scene? It's all the cardboard cutouts.
Yeah.
And Carson Daly wants to beat Valerie and Melody with a baseball bat.
Baseball bats. I don't remember this scene being like that dramatic, like with, you know, like, I mean, they don't actually end up hitting them, but it's like the thought that, okay, we're going to murder you.
With bats.
With bats. Yeah, that's how they're going to go. Like, it's not very humane. I don't know.
I love it. And I also love because like Carson Daly and Tara Reid were dating at the time.
Oh, well,
so I love that like in joke.
I didn't know that. That makes sense why they were flirting then, as they're like trying to kill each other. Yeah, no, that whole scene's great. Like they're like, that whole set is like all like, even the audience is cardboard. Like even the camera is like fake. It's like, I don't know.
Could you imagine?
Truman Show, like.
Yeah. Oh man, if you told like 5-year-old me that like TRL was all cardboard cutouts and fake, I would have been crestfallen.
You would have been like, damn.
Oh yeah, that was like my show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carson Daly's a murderer. What was up with the other guy who was like doing all those impressions?
He was good, but then I found out some weird things about him.
Like what?
Like if you type in Ari Spears and Tiffany Haddish, it gets dark.
Oh no.
And it's like news right now in 2023.
Oh yikes.
So.
I mean, he did do a Bill Cosby impersonation that was a little too good.
It was real good.
Just saying.
The pudding.
The pudding.
Anything else?
Can
we touch on the costumes?
Oh yeah.
So Lisa Evans, she did American Pie and Scooby-Doo and Bridesmaids. She did the costumes.
She did great with those costumes.
A+. What are your favorites? I love the silver, glittery silver sequency. I think it's in the Pretend to Be Nice music video. Ooh. But I love that moment for the Pussycats.
I love that. I feel like there's so many. Like, I like the one like at the end that Josie wears that's all blue. And it's like she has like the long coat over her like ensemble. It's like a sparkly top, and then it's like a blue long coat with like fur at the top, like faux fur, and then her pants are like, they have some type of texture. It's all just like this very specific shade of blue. It's very icy blue.
Oh, I love that icy blue.
Were you inspired, Nick, with I noticed your eyeshadow is very icy.
Yes, color pop.
I love it. But I would say like that look, let me see. Oh, Fiona's like, she has this over the top neck piece that's like got feathers that really reminds me of like Yzma from Emperor's New Groove.
Yes.
Like,
I love her dots. The 3 dots. Like her party look.
I love that look too. I love the fact that like there's so many body stickers in this movie. Like there's like another outfit that I really liked was Josie's, like it's like a leopard dress.
Yes.
You know, the long leopard
dress?
dress?
The one where Alan M is like,
he's like,
ooh, you look hot.
Yeah.
I love that one. You know what's a plenty in this film?
What?
Body glitter.
Oh, yes.
We need to have body glitter again. We're doing all this Y2K business.
Yeah.
But Fenty is the only like body shimmer on the market right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Urban Decay needs to come back with their little powder puff glitters.
Yeah. We don't see... you're right.
Or like a dessert by Jessica Simpson. I want body glitter and to lick it off.
And like lotion. I agree. Like, where's the edible lotion?
Yeah.
Like, you know. The glitter edible glitter lotion.
You
That
know-
sounds like you shouldn't be eating it, but
It
it
sounds really dirty.
Yeah, it does.
You know, I wonder if that's what Ludacris is singing about and What's Your Fantasy?
What do you mean? What
When
part
he's
did you
like,
say?
I want to lick you from your head to your toes. Because maybe he's
lotion?
talking about edible body lotion.
Maybe.
Low key, that's
whatever
why
your
he's
fantasy
like-
is. It could be his fantasy. Who are we to judge?
He's like a big Jessica Simpson stan. It's all product placement. I don't know. Anything else?
Always.
You know what was really funny though? There's a
What?
line where they're talking about chasing trends and they're like, it's good for the economy.
Oh yeah,
And it just makes me think about now.
is that what Eugene Levy
Yes.
character? He's like he
Yes.
plays himself in this, and I love it. I love that he just pops up and has this like PSA, and is like America. He talks about subliminal messages in rock music. Kids don't have bills to pay. Blah blah blah. I don't know what he says, but he's just like USA.
I loved it. I mean, I love a good Eugene Levy moment in general.
Right. He's just there. I don't know. Anytime I see him, I feel like he's like in every movie, like just secretly just there.
Serendipity. He's also in that, which is another 2001 favorite.
Love that.
Yeah. Really, all the greats came out in 2001. This movie, Serendipity, A Beautiful Mind, you know?
Definitely.
Yeah. Well, anything else? Because, like, my head is starting to hurt.
I know
from
these
ears.
Take off the ears, Nikki. Don't conform.
When we take them off, and I'll be like, oh, maybe I shouldn't conform.
The big
Maybe
free thinker.
consumerism's bad. Huh. Maybe I shouldn't shop at TJ Maxx. When I go back in time, I want to meet Snoopy. I want a Big Mac. That's what was funny when Tara Reid like gets possessed and she's like, I'm craving a Big Mac. And they're like, Melody, you don't even eat meat.
Oh yeah. She's like, well, let's get one anyway. She's like, why not?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. But this movie, I feel like it holds up. It's it makes a lot of good points. I loved all the like fisheye like
Yes.
angles that they use in this movie.
10 out of 10 cat ears.
Yeah, cat ears are great. I don't know. I mean, it holds up, and that just makes me so happy.
I love this movie. I am so glad that people are catching on to Josie and the Pussycats.
Good.
And I was right. They were wrong.
Tell them.
Haters gonna hate.
Yeah.
But also, this movie's
10 out of 10.
a classic. Yeah.
Okay, well,
But you want to sign us off?
yes. Thank you so much for listening. Follow us at the Late to the Party pod.
Rate, review, subscribe.
Yeah, send us movie suggestions.
We probably won't listen, but we'll take them.
We're nonconformists.
Yeah. We'll probably do the opposite. Send in a request.
We'll ignore it.
We'll do the opposite. But yeah, thank you so much for listening. Bye.
Bye.